What's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Miss J from InStyle Atlanta and Juicy Pop, and we are here at the exclusive Hulu premiere for Freaknik. Make sure you guys stay tuned because we're going to get a whole lot of interviews and get in a whole lot of people's business. You might see a couple of y'all mamas and aunties dancing on top of these cars, too. But stay tuned. We got y'all. Hi, DJ Nabs.
Yes,
I'm Miss J with InStyle Atlanta. Yes, how you doing today?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. We are so excited to be here tonight. So tell us, what are some of your fondest memories of going to Freaknik?
Well, fondest memory is a tricky word, but I'll say
Some of your favorite.
and strongest. You know, once Freaknik became, this huge thing in Atlanta and it was everywhere. I'm on the radio 6 days a week during this time when I think it was at this peak. And so for me, trying to get to the clubs with the traffic, live broadcast, these things were very challenging, but I not only remember because I had a guy following me with a camera during that time.
Wow.
So I would get out my car with a couple of bags of records. They'd be left in the rest of them be left in the car because we trying to get to Club SO in Cortland. And Cortland was a one-way.
Wow.
Freaknik. You can't even get to it. And this is a live club situation, but this is what we had to do during those times. So that's an exciting memory. So Death Based compilation sparked off a lot of things. We did 3 of those, as far as my relationship working with So Def. And so, we kind of owned Freaknik, I think, musically. We had a big part in it, So Def. I'm in that Mabu video. I produced Coochie Cutters for Player Poncho on that So Def compilation during that Freaknik period. So it's a lot of memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you had to make a playlist with your top 5 songs from Freaknik, I know that's hard. I know you're a DJ, but could you give us 5 songs?
I can give you 5. Scrub the Ground, Drop That Bass Magic Mike, Shawty Freak a Little Something Lil Jon. I'm in my 130 BPM category right now. We'll give a tag team whoop. There it is. 95 South, Tootsie Roll. That's 5.
All right, so KP, your music, you are first of all Atlanta native.
Yes, I am.
We know, yes, and we know Freaknik was a very big staple here, and your music was influential. Tell us what it's like to still be talking about Freaknik to this day, like almost 30 years later.
30 years later, it just lets you know Atlanta is that impactful. Like the fact that the things that we do for fun turn into like cultural statements and cultural events. And I think it's just the nature of who we are as Southerners and how we have fun,
Mm-hmm. Okay, and really quickly, you got any new projects or anything else that you're working on right now?
Yeah, so just started managing this kid named Sweater out of Brooklyn. Super dope writer, singer-songwriter. And I have a set coming up June 14th in Orlando at Funk Fest with a lot of special guests. If you saw my One Music Fest show,
Yes.
It's gonna be one of those.
Okay, and really quickly, tell our viewers how they can follow you on social media.
You can follow me by just typing my name in. It's Kawan Prather, KAWANPRATHER.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Have
you.
an amazing night.
I'm Ms. J.
What's going on, you guys? We are here being joined by Geraldine. Geraldine, how are you doing tonight?
I'm feeling good, feeling great.
Tell us what you expect or you want everybody to take away from seeing the Freaknik documentary tonight.
I think people are going to be very excited to watch this doc, and they're probably going to walk away learning some things that they didn't expect to learn when watching the documentary about Freaknik.
Do you think a couple of people will see their mamas and aunties and cousins and friends on here?
And grandpas and uncles, all of the above, yes.
And Geraldine, tell us how we can stay in contact with you and follow you on social media.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at Feels Like Hip Hop. That's FeelzLikeHipHop. Feels Like Hip Hop with the Z. That's a little easier.
All right. What's your name?
My name's Deshawn Player. I'm a supervising producer on this project, so I'm the writer.
Okay, so Deshawn, let me ask you something. First of all, were you old enough to attend Freaknik?
I was not. I missed it by a few years, so working on this project and writing it was my way of attending.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so what do you want the viewers to take away from this? Is there anything that they can learn from this? What is in store for us watching Freaknik?
Yes, like I want the viewers to take away the origin story, right? This was created by 50 college students that couldn't afford to go home for spring break. So I want them to learn the original intent, the history behind it, the culture, what it sprung into. This is a love letter to Atlanta, so just really want the viewers to take that away and just see how culturally it impacted, our overall culture. We did not invent twerking. It was called booty shaking. So yeah, just for this generation to just learn where some of the stuff that we do now, where it originated and where it came from.
And really quickly, do you think they could ever revive Freaknik?
I don't think that it could be revived in the way that it was, right? Because Freaknik was a street party. It wasn't about the clubs. It wasn't about any of that. It was about being in the streets, being in traffic in the midst of that. And right now, it's it's safety. And with social media, those things can't exist. But I do think that a version of it could exist, or the black joy in a sense of it can exist, but not the true original version of Freaknik. It just can't exist today. The times have definitely changed. So that generation, it was like magic in a bottle. They got to experience something that we won't.
Okay, and lastly, since you were not old enough to attend Freaknik, how were you able to write to the stories? Were you able to talk to other people? How were you able to bring the stories together?
Oh, of course. We spoke to the originators, right? The DC Metro Club. They're students from the AUC Center. We spoke to Luke, JD, so many OGs that were actually at the first one. So through interviews, archival footage, and that. And so we really had them bless this film and to do that. So it wasn't just from my perspective of research. It was from actually talking to the people that went and got a chance to participate in the original Freaknik, in the Freaknik of the 90s, with that. So that's what we were able to do.
So these are real authentic stories. Ain't nothing fabricated.
Nothing is fabricated. Real authentic stories with news, everything. And so you're really going to understand it's a nuanced story, and it's layered, and it's not just about seeing your aunties out there in the street. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to see them, okay? But it's a more layered story, and I think viewers are going to really be surprised at the end of it as they're watching it and really learn a lot.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for all your contributions to the film, and I cannot wait to see it.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, you did that. You wore that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Carlos, how you doing? All right, Carlos, tell me what it means for you to be here today, and what kind of memories come back to your mind about Freaknik?
I mean, I sacrificed everything to bring this event back in 2019 after a 20-year hiatus. 19,000 people, continuously to prove the value of Freaknik, that it's not dead, that there is still a place in today's society for Freaknik. Made it socially conscious, created a nonprofit with it, partnered with Morris Brown, City of South Fulton, State of Georgia.
So can we see Freaknik be revived one more time?
We've already done it.
Again though, can we get it again?
Listen, this year I'm doing the 5th Freaknik with Killer Mike. I brought it back. I've already proven that we can do it safely.
I know that's right.
4 years in a row, no issues.
So tell our followers how they can stay in contact with you and get updates on the process.
Everything's going on. So we're doing a public watch party tomorrow.
Okay.
We're doing a 420 edition of Freaknik. It's a Freaknik reunion with Killer Mike. They can connect with us on Facebook, Freaknik Festival. They can go to Instagram, freaknikfestival.com as well, or they can get tickets, keep in touch with everything on freaknikfest.com.
All right, thank you so much for all that information, and I can't wait to attend Freaknik. Y'all make sure y'all follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good one. Thank you.
They drink, but it's
Look, it's okay. It's a celebratory moment. How you doing tonight, Jack?
I'm actually good.
Okay, that's good to hear. So you are a staple here in Atlanta. Your music has motivated so many. But I gotta ask you, were you at any of these Freaknik events?
Yes.
Were you? What was you doing at the event, Jack?
Man, I was with my cousin Kenyatta.
Okay.
I was with my bros, Redman, Kiki, the whole Wildwood. I was with my cousin Harry. Yeah, and I was young, I was 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. Yeah.
So you was outside at an early age?
Oh yeah, I was enjoying it. I was with my brother Rock. I remember coming over that hill on 75, 85, and all the traffic stopped. All the lanes on the highway both ways stopped, and everybody is on the expressway.
Turn it up. Lit. Booty shaking everywhere.
Man, it just was like one of the most amazing times of our culture, the culture of this city. That little era was so impactful. Even that was like the beginning of like the groundwork, the foundation for a lot of successful people, places, and things in Atlanta today.
So did you think going to Freaknik at 15, 16, 17, 18, we would still be talking about it almost 40 years later?
Hell yeah, because I thought we would still be doing it 14, 15, 16 years later because it was so amazing. Like, you got people coming from everywhere, everybody, all these beautiful people in my city. Like, I'm like, yo, y'all come here. Like, what made y'all decide to come here? Don't worry about it. We here. Thank you for coming. It's fun. It was a great time.
So if you had to pick 5 songs from the Freaknik era, what 5 songs would you have to put on the playlist?
Okay. Now, I'm going to say this. People going to be like, Seems like you're ready. I could've won, you ready. That was one. I told somebody else, whoop, that is. Whoop, that is. You ready?
I'm listening.
Don't. Hey. Don't.
Hey.
That was going. That was going. And of course, as I said on somebody else's, also, it's that Southern playalistic Cadillac funky music.
I don't know that one. Who is that by?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's okay. Because you got to understand, during that time, that's why I said during that time, it was so early on. You talk about 90, 91, 92.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jack, what new projects? You got anything else that's coming up for you this year?
Right now, just adding on more stations to my nationally syndicated morning show. Young Jock and the Streets want to take over.
Yes.
Thank you to everybody that supports that. I mean, we talking about Freaknik and imagining would it be here or would we still be talking about it today? So I walked into a station 8 years ago and I said, hey, give me a shot. 8 years later, here I am, nationally syndicated, thriving, and I'm just happy to be here amongst my peers.
Well, congratulations on all your success. Thank you so much for stopping and talking to us tonight, and we wish you nothing but continued success, my guy.
Hey, Miss J, how you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic.
All right, so tell our viewers, what was the idea? How did this conversation come about to even create the documentary for Freaknik?
Well, Freaknik started with the Swirl Films folks, Jay and Nikki, kind of thinking about this idea. It's something I actually been thinking about as well myself, and we put it together, with the deck and the sizzle, went out and pitched it, and took a while, but Hulu bought it, and we're very fortunate that they saw the bigger picture. So it's been a couple of years in the making.
So when our viewers sit down and they actually watch this documentary, when our viewers watch the documentary, tomorrow it's coming out, what do you want them to take away from it?
Well, I think the most important thing about it, I know everybody's ready for the turn-ups, and whether Auntie, the Deaconess, or Uncle Jimmy was out there getting it and busting it open, it really is about black joy. It's about trying to be in the moment. A lot of times today, I think too many people, the young people, are worried about trying to take a selfie and trying to take a video, right? They don't think, imagine you and all your homies and your homegirls just humped in a Nissan Maxima and just drove to Atlanta. Y'all barely didn't have a hotel, y'all didn't know where to go, but y'all just had fun and you figured it out, right? And you were in the moment, right? And you enjoyed talking to people, meeting people, learning about music, that kind of stuff. So, Freaknik, I hope you understand, this was the moment where we could be free. In today's world, there's so much violence and craziness that goes on. I wish that we could return to that. And most thing I want to say is that Freaknik is about black joy. It's about these young black people finding a place that wasn't Daytona, that wasn't whatever else, and they found it for themselves. They started with 50 people in 1983, by the way, and went to almost 350,000 people by 1994. So that's a big deal. And the last thing is, this was word of mouth. Just before y'all had Twitter, just before y'all had a DM, you couldn't even get it out that way. Imagine getting a party out that way in 2024.
That's insane. I can't even think of it.
Imagine,
No.
right? Yeah, so that's what I want people to take away, is that part.
Okay, and really quickly, how can our viewers and followers follow you on social media?
Yeah, I don't have a medium or extra large. I'm just P. Frank Williams. I just who I am or whatever. So PFRAK Williams at all social media.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for putting this great documentary together, and we appreciate everything you've done for the culture.
All right, there you go.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Appreciate the brand.
Hey, with In Style Atlanta,
Hey.
Can you introduce yourself really quickly to our audience?
Yes, I'm Jay Allen.
I'm Nikki Biles.
And Jay Allen and Nikki Biles, you guys helped with producing this movie, correct? This documentary.
Yes, this film is produced by us, for sure.
So tell me, what do you want viewers to take away from this?
I want them to take away the good, the bad, the ugly, and the great from Freaknik.
I just want people to feel like they can go outside and have a good time now without not making it home. Yeah. I think they should be able to grab that from this and take it and make it their own.
So have you guys ever been able to attend any of the Freaknik events?
No. So this documentary was birthed out of the fact that we didn't get to attend.
Got it.
And we were always fascinated with the story, so we were excited to finally be able to tell what that story was and bring all these amazing people together. So this is great.
And really quickly, what was the whole idea of coming up with the whole entire documentary?
You don't got that kind of time. We literally
as quickly as you can.
So we literally spend time just coming up with crazy ideas. Okay. So this was the first one that we were able to come up with together and just really put all of our effort into making it come to life.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for your time, for your efforts, and your creativity, and we appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you too. Thank you.
Have a great one.
Thank you.
So, we know all the contributions that you've done for Atlanta music and just music all over the world. Now, if you had to make a playlist with your top 5 Freaknik songs, tell me what they would be.
Oh, wow, that's a good one. It'll be, of course, it'll be like My Boo.
Okay.
It'll be like, because there's so many different eras, right?
Right.
So it'll be Snap Your Fingers. It'll be, wow. It would be Outkast was in there too, and Luda was in there too.
Okay.
There's so many different eras of music. It's hard to say the top 5 records of that time because the time was such a long time span.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was making records during the time. JD was making records during the time.
Y'all were lit during that time.
Luke was making records during the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of a hard question, but yeah.
Okay. If you had to tell us about some of your favorite memories of Freaknik, tell us what they would be.
Going to the park.
Okay.
Like actually being able to get to the park. You know, that was my favorite memory of it. So if you couldn't get to the park, it turned to something else. So getting to the park was it.
Brat, we know you were here in Atlanta, but you've done a lot of influence with music here in Atlanta. Tell us what your top 5 songs would be if you had to make a playlist for Freaknik.
From when?
The whole entire time span.
Oh, shit.
Come on. Even give me a couple of artists if you can't do songs specific.
Shorty Swing My Way,
Okay.
KP and Envy, My Boo, If Your Game, So Deaf Bass All Stars. If your game is on, give me a call, boo. What else?
I think anything Luke related.
Anything Luke related. 2 Live Crew and Luke, all of that. Anything So Deaf, JD, Escape Just Kicking, Crisscross Jump, all of that. I Missed the Bus, all the Crisscross, all the JD songs. You know what I'm saying? Just everything So Deaf. That's my answer. Everything So Deaf.
Everything so deaf. There it is. All right, so really quickly, I know you weren't here for Freaknik, but did y'all think that we would still be talking about it almost 40 years later?
It's something to be talked about. It really is, because when you see it, if you were there, you ain't gonna never forget it. Like the parties in the street and the way people just clowned and was just acting crazy and wilding out, drinking, smoking, whatever. Like it was like no rules. It was everything. It's kind of like Mardi Gras used to be before it really got tamed a little bit. Remember?
Oh, because I love Mardi Gras down there on Bourbon Street.
See?
Yes. Come on, baby. It's in that water.
Come on, baby.
Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys stopping and talking to me, and I wish y'all nothing but continued success. You're welcome. Hey, you guys, we are now being joined by the Frank Ski. If you don't know who he is, you better go look him up. Frank Ski, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. We ready to do this. Come on.
Yes, come on. So, we know Freaknik was a big era. It influenced so much here in the culture in Atlanta. We know you influenced a lot of the music during that time.
Yeah.
If you had to pick 5 songs from that whole entire era, tell me what they would be.
My song, Doo-Doo Brown.
Okay.
Luke, I Wanna Rock.
Yes.
Luke, Make You Wanna.
Okay.
Poison Clan.
Okay.
And probably Naughty by Nature, OPP.
You know me, okay? So, Frank, did you think when you were attending Freaknik and making music for people to be out there shaking their rump to,
Yeah.
did you think we would still be talking about it almost 40 years later?
No.
Really?
No.
What kind of impact did it have on your career?
I just hope I'm not in the video. Because I did some bad stuff.
Okay. And, Frank, what do you have coming up? Tell our viewers.
So I got a new album called The Climate Change that drops April 22nd, the first song. So that's real big for me. I got a book, The Inspirational Vitamin, and I'm excited.
Okay, we are excited for you too. And tell our viewers how they can follow you on social media.
At Frank Ski.
Tell us what it means for you to be here tonight celebrating the new release of the Freaknik documentary on Hulu.
You know, it means so much because I was actually involved for years in my early 20s. and to see it come to fruition where it's now a documentary, man, it makes my heart, I feel great.
So when you were out partying, did you ever think that it would turn into a documentary almost 40 years later?
I didn't, because I thought it was just something, black joy that we was enjoying in our youth. And it was just go like it did, went away. But look at us now.
Okay.
We're doing a documentary.
Yes, doing big things. And tell our viewers how they can follow you on social media.
Big Jerry Clark on all my social media outlets. That's Instagram, everything. BIGJERRYCLARK. And make sure y'all tune in to Storytime with the legendary Jerry podcast.
There we go. Thank you. Hey, Killer Mike. I'm Miss J with InStyle Atlanta. How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing well. So, you are from Atlanta. Your music has influenced so many people. If you had to make a playlist from the whole entire time in the era of Freaknik, who are the top 5 songs, the top 5 artists?
I was too drunk and high having too much fun, but I tell you this, Luke and the 2 Live Crew, the Dogs, I would go Poison Clan, and I would go Outkast and Goody Mob. So you'll have enough booty shake and that Florida influence, and then with the Cash and Goody, you get the jam and you get something for your head and your heart.
And while you were out there partying, did you think that we would still be talking about Freaknik almost 40 years later?
If you was there, you knew they were going to talk about it. Okay. You just didn't know they kept all the video.
All right, and then really quickly, what's some upcoming stuff that you got going on for this year?
More music, a lot of tours, a lot of festival dates, and just, gracious to come home with the Grammys, but right back at work.
Yes, and congratulations on those Grammys. We are so proud of you. Keep representing for the hometown, and we wish you nothing but continued success.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
What's up? How you doing? I'm good.
So, we know you are a big icon here in Atlanta. You are very influential when it comes to music. If you had to give us a couple of songs to make a playlist of some songs that you heard during Freaknik era, what songs would that be?
Oh, we got to have Set It Off by Strife.
Okay.
Got to have, I said earlier, Scrub the Grounds, Black Pack. What else was popping around that time? Shout It Swing My Way.
Yes.
Man, it was just so much. All of that.
And during Freaknik, when you was out there turning up, having fun, shaking, seeing ladies shaking it, did you think we would still be talking about it and think it would still be influential in our culture to this day?
Of course. It's unforgettable, immeasurable. You know what I mean? Like, it's iconic. Of course we would.
All right, CeeLo, what projects do you have coming up for this year?
New Nas Barkley.
All right, and tell our viewers how they can follow you on social media.
You can follow me at CeeLo Green on all platforms.
Thank you.
Florida
You've been
boy.
here in Atlanta for a very long time.
19 years, yeah.
Were you able to ever attend Freaknik?
I never did, but if I can go back in time, you know what I'm saying, that'd be one of the things on my checklist to do. But, I'm hit with the culture. I understand the fun and the vibes that our aunties.
Right.
Some of our mamas. Yeah, some of my mama probably attended, you know what I mean? But I think it's beautiful to celebrate it. And that sound is still highly influential in today's culture, in R&B and hip-hop as well. So, I just came out to catch the vibes.
If they could revive Freaknik, would you attend it?
I'm going.
You going? You turning up?
I'm going to have a good time. I still got a little left in me.
Okay, and we know you just came out with Law last August.
Yeah, I did. Shout out to everybody that supported the record, Law. Man, that's my 6th studio album.
Yes.
And I'm just so humbled and grateful and just full of warmth to still be around, to evolve from a child star to the grown man that I am today.
Yes, and you're a new daddy. Congratulations.
I'm a new dad.
How's fatherhood?
Man, listen, shout out to my baby girl, Journey.
Yes,
I love her.
I love that name.
She gave me new purpose.
Okay.
And everything's just about her.
Okay.
Every decision I make is surrounded about around how would my baby feel, how would that affect my babies now and present and future.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then lastly, really quickly, what are some upcoming projects or anything you got going on for 2024?
I got a lot going on. I'm on the road. I'm working on my 7th studio album. I've been in with Hitmaker, Troy Taylor, just to name a few. RSVP, we're still a thing. You know what I'm saying? We just dysfunctional as hell.
Okay, it's
but,
okay.
Shout out
That's
to
what
Ray
family
J,
does.
Bobby V, Pleasure P. I can't announce it yet, but I'm a franchise owner of a almost said it.
Okay,
a hookah
don't
lounge,
say it. Okay.
a hookah bar restaurant.
Okay.
Opening up on the south side in Camp Creek. So
that's my side of town. I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
We
And
need something over
I got
there.
my own candle business. If you want to order a candle, go to simplynakedcandleco.com.
Okay.
Click the Sammy collection and enjoy.
All right, and then really quickly tell our viewers how they can follow you on social media.
We keep it simple. Sammy Always on the thread, Sammy Always Instagram, Sammy Always Twitter, and then my Snapchat and my Facebook is Sammy Lee Bush.
All right, thank you so much for stopping and
Thank
talking
you.
to us. I wish you nothing but continued success.
God bless. Love you, Journey.
All are you?
Wonderful.
I'm Miss J with In Style Atlanta.
Hey, Miss J.
It's so nice to see you here.
Nice to see you too.
I love watching you on Love and Hip Hop, getting everybody together, trying to get all the girls together. Okay. Hello.
That's what I'm trying to do.
So tonight we are here celebrating the release of the new documentary, Freaknik. Tell us, were you able to attend any of the Freaknik events?
So I'm a little younger than the Freaknik posse.
Okay.
However, New York had an iteration of it. I do hear that it was not much like Atlanta's.
Okay.
And we had something at Jones Beach. So I have been there.
Okay.
And I'm anxious to see if it compares at all. I heard that it does not, so I'll see.
Alrighty, and then you are so influential in the music industry, right? You've managed so many different artists. You help artists discover themselves. Let me ask you, if you had to pick 5 songs from the Freaknik era, what songs would they be?
Don't stop, get it, pump them things, do the brand. Do the brand, okay. That would be my number 1. Shake what your mama gave ya, shake what your mama gave ya. I mean, really any Luke song.
Okay.
Okay, he's the man. So I'm gonna just leave it there.
Okay.
Let's just go to Luke with it.
We're gonna leave it with Luke.
Let's go Luke.
All right, that's the safe way to go. Yes.
Okay.
All right, you can't lose with Luke. So, what new projects do you have coming up for 2024? We just kicked the year off. We see you doing so much. You got your beauty line, your beauty store. You always helping other entrepreneurs. What is Yandy doing for her?
Let me tell you the most exciting news that I have for 2024. You guys are getting the exclusive, okay?
Okay.
Bloomingdale's is doing a Yell launch. This weekend, I will be there every single day, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, we're doing like a small kind of entry to it. But it's huge, right? To be a small Black-owned woman business that started in the kitchen of my house, now to be in Bloomingdale's on the shelves is amazing. And I'm so incredibly excited. I cannot wait. And I really want to. It's like an incubator program where they put certain brands and see how you do, and then from there you can be on the Bloomingdale shelves. Okay. So I am praying, which I know it will go well. So I hope you guys come out. I hope to see you there.
Yes.
So Saturday and Sunday between the hours of 12 and 7, I will be there. So I hope to see you guys.
I will definitely be there. And Yandy, really quickly, tell our viewers how they can stay in contact with you and stay up to date with everything that you have going on.
So I keep things really simple. The name I get checks in, Yandy Smith on Instagram, Yandy Smith on Twitter, Yandy Smith on Snapchat.